Wait a minute! What's going on? This looks different.
Yeah, last week Henry managed to blow up the shed, but it actually looks all right.
Amazingly, the brand new dirt shed is not the biggest news this week. We have something pretty amazing to announce very soon.
Yes, it's all coming up on the all-new Dirt Shed Show. Yes, welcome to the Dirt Shed Show in our all-new shed. I'm here again with Neil Donoghue, Blake Sampson and myself, Martin Ashton, and, wow, guys.
It smells fresh.
It smells very fresh. I like it.
I'm sure the viewers didn't pass them by that we had to get pyrotechnics and special effects in last week's show.
Hollywood
to blow
specials.
up a shed. Very realistic. I'm sure
It was
agree.
very realistic. I did like the behind-the-scenes footage of that I saw.
Me running away.
Yes, it's very good. It's very good.
We managed to save a few things from getting burnt, like the bell.
Yeah, you ran in, didn't you?
I ran in and got the bell. We've got the whiskey. We've got a few things. The can.
Yeah, there's some old favourites in here, but there is some new features, a new bit of space, and yeah, it's a very plush shed. There's also a secret in here as well. The weather's looking lovely outside.
Yeah, we have moved locations. We're
Also, we've got a very special guest sat on the sofa over there.
Oh.
We'll be speaking to soon.
Also a secret in our new Pro Corner. What's your favourite bit, Blake, in this new shed? What do you like?
This. It's solid.
Isn't it?
It's a lot nicer,
This is
not
solid.
scruffy as the last shed, is it? Yet.
No.
We'll see.
We'll see how it goes. What about you, Neil? Got a favourite bit yet?
I don't know.
My favourite bit in here is the same as always. It's you two. And on that note, let's take a look at the news.
Before we delve into the wider world of mountain bike news, let's start with the big news for ourselves and the Enduro World Series. Martin, what is it?
Wow, the most exciting, the most relevant, the most challenging discipline in mountain biking, the Enduro World Series, is coming to the Global Mountain Bike Network.
Yes.
Exactly that.
Can't believe it.
On race weekends, we'll have that big course preview, so you know what's going to happen that weekend, plus all the highlights, all the racing action straight after the weekend.
And to get part of that action, we're going to help you follow the sport, become an actual fan of it, and potentially even take part in one of these events.
Yeah, you can race it. That's incredible. Check this stuff out. Coming up on the news this week, we have got results from Rotorua, we have got some new bike action, we've got coronavirus scandal, and a little bit of detail from the GMBN shop, which is cool. But let's start with that new bike from Antidote Bikes, the Carbon Jack 29er. This is a lovely looking thing. Carbon front triangle, carbon rear triangle. Very interesting detail, side access to the rear shock there. It's got golden ratio geometry, which I guess is like their Goldilocks balance geometry, very nice. FDS suspension, apparently it's very efficient when pedaling. Very nice looking bike that. Lifetime warranty, €3,499, frame only. It's not cheap, but it's very cool. Right, Rotorua now. The slopestyle took place and it was a massive win for Emil Johansson, who absolutely nailed this event. He was riding incredible. Some say it's one of the best slopestyle runs they've ever seen. Take this to give it some sort of scale. Eric Fedko was in third, riding fantastic. In second place, Nikolai Rogatkin doing all of his whirlwind spins as normal, but he couldn't get near Emil Johansson. He did a triple tail whip, he did a 360 windscreen wiper, and he did a massive front flip, which I absolutely loved. The guy nailed it. A 96 from the judges was a big win for Emil, and it looks like it's going to be a fantastic year for him, starting off strong. Over to the downhill in Rotorua, and it was all about the Hannahs. Tracy Hanna won the women's. Now, this is amazing. Jill Kintner was in second, and she had a really great ride. Vinnie Armstrong in third. They were just half a second apart. Now, 24 seconds ahead of second place was Tracy Hanna. She absolutely smashed it. She made that course work for her. She's riding brilliant, as she should be. World Cup champion, of course. In the men's, fantastic win and great start to the season for legend and veteran Mick Hanna. That's right, he just nudged out Sam Blenkinsop, who's there trying to win King of Crankworks, but he didn't have enough to beat Mick Hanna. Experience came through and he took the win. Fantastic. Great to see him on the top of the tree. Let's hope he's got some more wins this season. Now, also in Rotorua, but a slightly different take on the event, Torquato Testa, he was there obviously to ride the slopestyle, but unfortunately when he arrived, it was just after leaving Italy, his homeland, as coronavirus took hold. By the time he'd got to New Zealand, he was being asked by New Zealand authorities to basically self-quarantine himself in his hotel. So he missed the event. Unbelievable, and such a shame for him. When he returned to his home country, where it was all kicking off even bigger than when he left, he had this to say, and it's really interesting. He said, "I'm back in my coronavirus country. This experience proved that the world is going crazy for this thing. 2 weeks ago, just before leaving for New NZ, I thought everything was still so far from me. Now, if you think it's still far from you, you're crazy." Well, you know what? With those words, Mr. Tester there could be bang on. I've got a feeling we're going to be talking about coronavirus quite a lot on next week's Dirt Shit Show. Now, lastly, let's just take a look at the GMBN shop. I've been looking at all my springtime riding kit, and I particularly like the little bundles of shirt, shorts and socks. That's very cool. And at £75, that's not bad. So I'm definitely going to be ordering some of them. Head over to the shop and make sure you take a look at what we've got coming for spring and see if there's anything you would like. There's tons to look at. So don't miss out over on the GMBN shop this week.
Yes, really exciting news that we're going to have the previews and the highlights on GMBN. Myself and Dottie are going to be at the first 2 rounds in Manizales and Lobarnecchia alongside the face of the Enduro World Series, Ric McLaughlin, who's in the shed today.
I feel really honoured. I'm the first person on this sofa.
You are indeed.
Yeah. Is it cosy over there?
It's tremendously cosy by the fire.
Could you put another log on, please?
Yeah, we'll nip out and get some in a minute. Congratulations on the new shed, guys. I mean, I live up in Scotland and we saw the explosion from there. And
it was big
bits
news.
of it were landing for days. Yeah. I'm glad everyone's all right.
I'm glad you flew down and the ash cloud wasn't that big.
Yeah. Oh no, it was big news.
It was quite the moment. It was quite the moment. It was emotional.
We're looking forward to a big season 2020 Enduro World Series. Lots of races. People we're going to talk about a bit further into the show. But what about the rounds this year? We're starting off in South America.
Well, I can direct you to this board, behind me. First of all, we're going to go to Colombia, to Manizales, the home of the Colombian coffee industry, and just an absolutely incredible event. We have an urban stage there as one of the first stage of the year, which we had 30,000 people at.
So remember, this was 2018.
2018,
last race. It was
that's
super wet, I remember, from the pictures of that race. And then obviously you go to Chile, where it's normally the complete opposite, really high, really dry, really loose.
Mm-hmm. Altitude's a big factor there, but also we've got a 12-kilometre long stage there. The longest we ever run was in 2018. I mean, you've got riders catching each other and overtaking each other like 4 or 5 times on that stage.
Yeah, I actually raced some of that at the Andes Pacifico, not all of it, and that was punishing enough. Super tiring. So yeah.
So after that, then we head back to Europe, where we go to Montagnes de Carux in France. Really like the archetypal French techie, rocky, bike breaking, really, really good round.
And who do you expect to do well there?
I've ridden there before, and I kind of think that's it's difficult because all those top riders are so good. I'd say it'll suit Isabeau, as everywhere seems to do, and it will suit the likes of a Damien Autun or an Adrian Day. Really light, technically fantastic, just sort of, it's an absolutely amazing round to go to. After that, we then head to Val di Fassa, Canazei, which is in the Dolomites. We went there for the first time last year. Absolutely spectacular, big.
Stunning.
Yeah, absolutely stunning. I think something for everyone in terms of terrain, really, really fun. Then we go to Petzen Jamnica, which is actually, it's really interesting. It's right on the border between Slovenia and Austria, so you actually have to take a passport with you for the day because you're going back across a border. Ridiculously techy, but arguably the nicest dirt I've ever ridden in there. Like really just powdery, like...
That's a mountain biking sentence, that, isn't it?
Yeah. I think we're in safe surroundings to say that.
Glory dirt.
So on from that, we head to our only new round of the year in Berk in Vermont, so looking forward to that. And then we head to Wick Crankworx Whistler. That's one of only 2 venues which has been on the calendar every year since the series started, and we open the Crankworx Festival, and it's kind of I always sort of say it's a bit like the Monaco Grand Prix. It's like the points are the same, but that one tends to matter more in a lot of riders' perceptions.
You get a lot of races there doing the 80 and the 100 as well. We were there last year. I can't remember the numbers. Almost 600 riders.
Yeah, it's massive. It's a huge turnout.
And let's talk about that quickly, Rick. The EWS-E and the EWS-100. Now, this is really important to our viewers because this is the point where you can get into doing the sport, like actually go and race one of these rounds yourself. Yep. Which is remarkable. I love this. So what is EWS-E? What is EWS-100?
EWS-E, EWS-100 are both, that's a percentage of the full course that you race, but I mean, you're timed, but it's not a race as in the main full EWS is. You can just go and like basically finishing the day is the achievement, which it is. And it's actually, I mean, I obviously get paid to talk a lot about the EWS and the pro riders and that, but I actually think the EWS 100 is the one I would go and do just as a mountain biker, because I think you get to go and experience, I mean, you get to go ride the same stages as Sam Hill, Richie Rude. Like, that's just cool, isn't it?
It's incredible. It's incredible. I witnessed this at Whistler last year and I was blown away by it because there's so many people. When you realise 600 riders all doing this course, and the mixture of ages and riding levels and ability was just amazing, but such a celebration.
A lot of people say that as well, that they come to the races and they sort of, obviously they've seen all the pro action from it and the highlights, but they're actually blown away by what a participation event it is. And like, I'm usually at the bottom of stages waiting for interviews, and just like the levels of stoke at the bottom of guys and girls having their best day on the bike ever, and I think that's really part of enduro. I think that's really cool.
Back over the Atlantic to Zermatt in the shadow of the Matterhorn. Looks like a beautiful spot. And then the final race of the year is Trophy of Nations. I always go down the motocross Nations route with that. So that's where we've got, it was debuted last year, 3 riders, all riding as a team, as a nation, going for rainbow stripes.
Yeah, basically how it works is after the 7th round of the year, the top 3 from each nation are selected, and they will go on to race for their countries in Finale Ligure, the home, really the spiritual home of the Enduro World Series. It's an unusual format. It's 3 riders on the stage at once. Their cumulative time goes towards the overall. We had our first one of those last year, and it was really, really well received. Riders all really enjoyed it. There's lots of interesting little things happening around riding free up, and be interesting to see how that develops this year now that the riders know what to expect.
It's a great sort of end of the year party. We'll all be there en masse to go and ride the trails, watch the racing, and I think I'd encourage anyone. That could be a brilliant holiday to go and watch the racing as well.
Yeah, finale's fantastic.
Talk about the viewers or a fan that wants to take part in this. Do they have to have points to get into this, or can they just put their name down and enter it?
Well, we do have an entry system. It's just actually finished for this year, but spaces are very, very tight. All our events this year sold out between 30 seconds and a minute. So it's incredibly tight to do it that way. But you can do qualifying events where then you do one of the events and then you gain access to like the waiting list for an entry. So there's a number of ways you can get involved, and they're all on the Enduro World Series website.
Nice, man. I've just thought 3 team racing.
Well, we've talked about it. I did a podcast with Rick yesterday where we did discuss the possibilities of us showing up.
Oh, man.
It's exciting. No, Rick, all those stops, what is your favourite one?
That's tough, man. I'm going to say, without upsetting anybody, either Manizales or Valdefasa, I think. We went there first time last year, and when you just go somewhere and it's like, it's your kind of riding, it's the sort of riding I like to do, and yeah, it was absolutely magic place. Looking forward to going back.
Now, we'll talk riders a little bit later on and we're going to quiz you on that, Rick.
Good.
But before we do that, why don't we play a little game of fail or send? Love this. Take it away. Bodges, extra Bodges, a new set. Extra Bodges,
He's still not doing it, even though
I
we've
thought
got a
it'd
new
been
set.
cancelled because we moved the new set.
I thought you were going to do it then.
Yeah,
really.
thought you were going to do
It's a
it.
new set.
New leaf,
We were
turn
all
it over.
doing it. We're
Turn
having a
that
great
over.
time.
I was having a great time as well.
You guys have been sending in your hacks and bodges into our uploader. It's time to take a look at this week's contestants and see who's going to win this lovely GMBN race top that I've got here. Brand spanking new.
Look at it.
This is on offer. It's pretty good.
Okay, what
Right.
for the best hack or bodge?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to start with this very simple bike stand made by James and his 10-year-old son Joe.
Looks nice.
Made it out of a cat scratch pole.
Well, that's much more useful now than that, to be fair.
But it can clean your bike while it's strong enough to hold your bike up while
That's
you
a
clean
bodge.
it. Oh, I think that's really good. It's got GMBN stickers on it.
Oh yeah, cool.
Come
Yes,
on.
yeah.
I like it a lot.
Yeah.
I like it's minimalistic.
I'm going to stick with a wooden theme.
All right,
Look
go
at
on.
this one. This one's from Chris.
This is genius.
Now this is really
great.
good because their bikes, these balance bikes, he made this ages ago. So
Makes
he
it
made
smell
this
like
for his little son.
Look at the fork on it. Looks like
I
a
know,
proper
and
chocolate
there's a
lamp.
few
Yeah.
photos of it. Look at that.
Yeah,
now that is
James
ingenious.
and Joe are in trouble here because that's good.
I think
suppose
that's a hack.
You've got to get the wheels. I guess you can find the wheels somewhere.
Yeah,
Quite
yeah.
cheap, can you?
But like,
very
look
good.
at that. It's
Great,
nice.
great looking little bike that.
Finishing
I like it.
off, which looks like a hack from Kev, but I think delving deeper, this is actually a bodge. So he's melted the back of the mount. See, he's made this the GoPro mount.
You've
He
looked
melted
into
it.
this. You've looked
He's
into this.
melted it and then stuck it to a strap, and it's sort of dried into it.
Amalgamated into
I
one.
mean, that is now becoming a bodge, surely.
yeah,
Start
that's-
off as a hack now, bodge.
Well, I mean, I would like to see the video footage from the camera itself. That's how I would have judged it. But
Well, it depends on
Do you
Kev
reckon-
is riding a bike, really, if you want to see it or not.
Do you reckon that? Where is he from?
He is from the Channel Islands. I can't remember which one. Jersey or Guernsey?
I reckon Rich.
Jersey.
Payne, I reckon Rich knows that, man.
Possibly. It's not a very big place.
Could be. Right, guys, we've got to pick a winner. So is it Kev, is it Chris, or is it James and Joe? It's got to be
It's
Chris.
got to be Chris.
Chris, it was hands down this week. You've won yourself a GMBN jersey.
And he's the most talented 4-year-old I've ever seen.
Really, he's a cabinet maker.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's his.
Please send us your ingenious solutions to hacks and bodges into our uploader, and you could be winning next week. What do you think? Bit of caption contest?
Oh, yes, please.
Bit of caption contest?
That's what it says on the screen.
Yes,
does say on the
let's
screen.
do it. Time to give away even more stuff. I'm giving away GMBN Flask this week for the best caption. Last week's little clip of Henry balls in it right
We're
up.
doing this to death, but you're going to do it. If someone falls off in front of camera,
Yeah.
sorry, Henry.
Poor Henry.
Poor Henry. Straight out of the gate. Quick, quick.
Henry trying to hoover up the trail.
That's a
Henry,
good one. That's a good one.
yes, actually.
There you go, sir. Very good.
You've won that.
Very good. Bring that back here. Bring that back. Right. First one is from GB Jim, and he's saying, not quite the pole position Henry had in mind. Boom. Get it?
Ross Stewart's been in touch. Henry, right now to show Neil and Blake just how quick I am. Hell's teeth.
Oh, no. Come on. You missed out the great Henry quote there.
Yeah.
Hell's teeth.
He does say it like that.
He loves it.
Jet Fighter 894. The moment Henry realizes he will get transferred to EMBN next season.
Oh, shots fired. Shots fired.
Demoted, maybe you might say.
Who's the winner? Who's the winner this week getting this fantastic
Neil.
flask? Neil can't have it. He's got one.
Ross Stewart, I reckon.
Ross Stewart,
Ross
nice
Stewart,
one.
yeah.
You've got it. Hell's teeth.
Hell's teeth.
It's on its way to you, sir. Well done. Okay, here's this week's caption contest photo. It is our very own Richard out in Andes, looking very.
Speedy Gonzalez.
Speedy Gonzalez.
Is that your caption this
Yeah.
week?
Yeah,
Speedy
remember shooting the guns.
Gonzalez.
Look at that.
Got one for that, Blake?
No, I haven't.
No? Well, if you want to get involved, give us a caption for that and you could be winning next week. Rick, have you got a caption for that?
I pain in the hat. Pain in the hat.
It's all right, it's a good effort.
Yeah, I mean,
you
off
tried.
the cuff, it's all
You
right.
got in there, got in there.
Good. Sure, that's good.
Yeah, it was all right. It was all right. See how well you can do. Rick, this year it's going to be so exciting, obviously, to have EWS on the channel. But you've been going around this series for a while, so you're an experienced voice, but you're a huge fan, aren't you?
Yeah, massive fan of bike racing.
Who should we be looking out for? Who's the heroes to be spotting this year?
Well, on the women's side of things, we had Isabel Corderia dominated last season. She won everything. And she moved teams this off-season, which we never had a reigning champion do in the off-season. And so I guess with a lot of riders, there'll be alarm bells ringing. In the downhill side of things, we've seen Aaron Gwynn do it. It brings with it a lot of pressure, but she's moved to the new new look Lapierre team with Adrian Day and Chloe Gallian, and that bike is a great setup. It's been developed by Nico Vulio. He's involved in the team.
It looks like a comfortable fit, I would say. That
Yeah.
team looks like it's going to gel pretty well.
Yeah, and I think Adrian's coming back from, he had a really bad arm injury last season that sort of put the brakes on him a bit, and I think he's going to be back right at the sharp end again this year.
We did a podcast about EWS amongst many other things, and I think we share the fact that we're both big Sam Hill fans, and obviously he's won 3 consecutive championships. I still feel like maybe he's no spring chicken. Does feel to me like it might be a year where we see these young guns like Day, Mays.
Yeah.
Blake, you rode with him this
I
winter.
did.
Was he quick? Was he quicker than you?
Yeah, just this much.
He still doesn't mess around.
He does not mess around. He doesn't stick around either. He's
No.
gone. He is gone.
I think Sam's still I always describe Sam as the ultimate end of level boss still, and it's like if you're going to win that title, you've got to beat Sam Hill, which is, history's proven it's quite a difficult thing to do.
Like King Cooper, Super Mario. Do you remember that?
Yeah. What about in the women? Is it a lockdown? Is Isabeau?
I don't know if it is.
Done it.
Isabel was beaten a couple of times on Queen stages last year.
Yeah.
Andrea Lanfina-Do, Noga Karem's going to be right up there as well. So
Yeah.
I don't think she'll maybe have as easy a time of it as she had last season. I think the women below her are coming to get her. So
Yeah, and there's some young blood in the women's too, isn't there? Some really great
there
races
is.
coming
Ella
up.
Conley, I think, is
Yeah.
really notable. She got on a podium in Madeira last season, and incredibly, that podium, up until then, nobody had ever helped her with her bike. Nobody had ever tuned her suspension for her. Now she's got all that, so sky's the limit really for her, I think.
Yeah. Right, so what do you guys think? Put a name on it. We're going to come to you in a minute, You've got to put a name on it. Go on, you say it.
Isabeau, I think, for me, and Martin Mays, big Martin Mays fan as well.
Yeah,
I think that's him swinging.
Sam Hill.
Yeah.
I'm just a Sam Hill fan, like all of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Isabeau. Well, if you said Sam, you said Martin, I'll say Richard.
I reckon Ella Conley's going to win a couple,
Yeah?
and I reckon it's going to be Martin Mays.
Yep.
I'd like to see that because I think he deserves it after last year's start that kind of all went wrong.
Yeah, and it meant that you saw, I mean, Martin's, like, he wears his emotions, like, and that win in Zermatt at the end of last season after what he'd been through, it just meant so much to him, and he stuck with Enduro, and he won that downhill race in the Downhill World Cup in La Bresse, and the first thing he said after that was that he was doing it for the Enduro family, and I think he could be right up there again this season.
We haven't even mentioned Eddie Masters, but there's plenty of names.
Florian Nicolai, number 2 in the world. I mean, the depth of talent in that top 10 is just so stacked at the minute.
Now, don't worry if you're thinking, oh my God, I'm new to EWS. How am I going to find out about this? We have got lots of explainers coming. We've got a preview of the year coming. We've got a problem solved to help you understand the sport. If you're feeling new to it, don't worry, it's all coming up on the Global Mail.
Yeah, it is only a couple of weeks till the racing kicks off, and then it gets really exciting.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
You guys have been getting involved again in the comment section under the videos, which is great. Got a great Ask GMBN question here actually from Ashley Holt, and he says, I've never done an enduro race before and hoping to sign up to a couple this year. Would it be okay on my 130mm trail bike?
I'd say absolutely.
Well, yes.
I actually put something on Instagram the other day about my Nuke-proof reactor, which is exactly that. It's 29er, which helps a bit, and I can't believe how capable they are nowadays.
Yeah.
Enduro bikes, enduro races, you can do on any bike really. You'll see there'll be a certain style of bike that the pro racers probably tend to go to. That's like 150-ish, but you can do it on anything really.
That's great. That means Enduro World Series on a hardtail.
Please.
Rick, can we make that happen?
Absolutely, we can do that.
Yes. What else we got?
Next one from MTB with Jamie, talking about the how to train for enduro vid. Rich has just done that one. I did one of these a few years ago, so hopefully you find those helpful. Bro, I got an enduro race in a month. I was searching up for how to train 2 days ago and now I found out. So thank you, GMBN.
Nice.
Nice. Alex Pickup. This one's from what tyre choice you're going to have for the trail. Neil says the tyres are the only type of contact with the trail.
It's true, but then he goes on to say, what about your ass, your face, and your chainstay protector? I mean, I went to prove those points exactly, by throwing my face into it. And Henry did as well.
Yeah, Henry.
Yeah. Other little notes under some of the vids. Makusa Maximus, he commented under what to look for when choosing tyres as well, and it's, are we getting Def Grip free this year?
Yes, we are.
Yes.
It's been talked about a lot, hasn't it?
It has been talked about.
Joe McLaughlin on the Ask the Pros says this has been the most banned edit yet by GMA. It was very banter heavy.
It was
great video.
Yeah,
great.
Sticking with the same video, Ask the Pros, Darcy come up with this one. The holes in the Crocs are there to help your dignity to escape easier.
I've always said that, Crocs. How can you wear them?
You just put them on your feet, Neil.
You've got a set, haven't you?
I have got a set, Neil.
I wear them in the shower every morning.
Do you? Yes, you do, yeah.
I do,
Are they green?
They're blue.
Oh.
Croc life. Lads, we've not only got a fantastic new dirt shed, we got posts.
Oi!
Yes!
Look at that.
This is lovely.
Where's that come from?
I don't know.
The moon.
Oh, I do know. I know what it is. This is from Mondraker.
Oh,
Look at that. Mondraker mouse mat.
cassette play.
Nice. That's a
Now
USB.
What?
And on there is their new video celebrating their 20 years of racing.
Genius.
Look at that. And in here, look. Oh, look, that's a classic old school one. Like that a lot. Look at this video. It's really cool. Look at that.
What? There's a note here, Martin.
Laurie Greenland sending it. Look at that.
Look at that.
Man, that's a lot of airtime.
That's a lot of stuff.
They've done well out of that post. That's nice. Thanks, lads. Great video. Very, very cool.
Right, what is coming up on GMBN this week? So, starting off Monday, we have a podcast with our man, Ric McLaughlin, sat over there. We'll talk about all sorts of mountain bike racing.
Heard you really know your stuff.
I dabble.
What else have we got, Blake?
Oh, we've got 10 devious ways to mess with your mates on the trail. It's a funny one. It's going to be great.
I tell you what I'm excited about. End of the week, we've got the complete guide to EWS.
I'm looking forward to that.
Oh man, I'm going to start getting in deep on this stuff. I love it.
Good stuff. Right, time for the bike vault, I think.
Woo, let's do
yes.
it. Okay, we're into the bike vault, and first up, Liam.
It's a strong start. It's a Yeti.
Yes.
Which model? SB66. 2012. That doesn't look like a 2012.
That doesn't look like 2012.
You know what I mean?
It's not on drive side though. It's
got to
nice.
be 26-inch wheels.
nice.
Back. BITD.
Yeah.
Western Australia. Is
One by
that
10.
how nice are we talking?
Nice.
I mean,
It's got TRPs on it.
TRP brakes. I think that's kind
actually,
of
that's pretty
unusual.
super
Super
nice.
nice.
Yeah,
Super
super nice.
Kicking it off.
Oh,
Look at that. It's
now
a colour
someone did
contest.
say to me that was the best paint job Trek have done.
Trek slash.
Yeah.
It always makes me
I
laugh
think
a
Rick
little
told me
bit
that.
because in
This
the
is-
UK, slash is like is used for other things as well.
Yeah.
isn't it?
This is Adam's Trek slash in Budapest, and I reckon that is
Super nice.
another thing.
Yeah.
Blimey.
Is this going to be a whitewash this week?
Next up,
Oh, an
looking
evil
good.
bikes with a push shock.
The offering project.
yes.
And that's Hope brakes on that thing as well.
It's got
nice.
the wireless SRAM axis shifter and the dropper.
Derailleur, yeah.
Wow. It's some
Pretty
big
exotic.
money. Big
Flapping,
money.
super nice, Neil. Yeah. That is really nice.
Very cool.
Flapping it.
Very cool.
Whoa! Is that an e-bike? No e-bikes in it. Oh no, wait.
It's a marin.
It's a marin.
Now I tell you what, this always throws me. This frame, it's very weird.
Is it the
It's on a steep hill.
nailed?
Isn't this like the Polygon?
Yeah, so
well?
same Marin
Yeah.
and Polygon share that nailed rear suspension. I think it's
Yeah.
called. I think it's interesting. I think it's nice.
Steve's Marin is getting a
Nice.
nice. Sorry, Steve.
Oh,
What's gonna get one?
now look
Nice
at that.
photo.
That's
nice.
a super nice photo.
2011 Specialized Enduro S-Works.
Well done, David. This is a great looking bike.
Did look good.
That's nice.
I reckon
Super
it's
nice photo. Photo's super nice.
Well, you're conflicting me there. Is it nice or
Nice.
super nice? It's nice. It's nice.
Don't get run over by trucks.
What the hell?
Oh my god!
Are those bar ends, Martin?
Can someone find us a Sean Palmer to put on top of that thing?
We're going back
Those RockShox Judies.
in
They
the
are.
depths of time for another Specialized FSR. Look how rusty the
Look
chain
how
is.
rusty
Oh
that
man,
thing is.
check out those bar ends.
It's terrible.
Oh,
Bar ends.
Lance,
But, yeah.
what are you doing with those bar ends?
Johannesburg.
I mean, it's nice.
Yes.
Johannesburg.
Sorry, Johannesburg.
It's nice.
I said it wrong.
It's nice.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay, next
Whoa.
up, this is Amy's Specialized Stump Jumper.
It's again with non-drive.
Hey,
All side.
Cape
What
Cod.
the hell?
Cape Cod.
It's freezing
Where's
cold.
the cod?
Look, that's got that fidlock bottle. You know the ones
Yeah.
that... Is it a fidlock?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
have a
nice.
thing.
That's super nice.
I think that's super.
That's super nice.
Super nice. The non-drive side's really upsetting
It's
you now,
really
isn't it?
upsetting
Yeah,
me,
we're
yeah.
gonna have to be
Really
careful
bad.
about that.
A Santa Cruz Highball CC. That's the high-end carbon version of
This
it.
is Jay's
really
bike, and it
nice.
is. Oh, it's a weapon. This.
Fox 34 step cast, the super lightweight. That's going to be a single track bomber.
That
Yeah.
flipping super nice. Super nice.
Super nice.
Look
on
at
that
that.
one. Next up, we have
Ooh,
got Joe's
non-drive side.
Specialized Stump Jumper.
That is on the Marin Headlands, surely, overlooking Golden Gate Bridge.
Look
Yeah.
at that.
Beautiful spot to go and
I've done
ride
some
your bike.
photos there. I've done some
Have you?
photos.
Oh, I think I've seen that.
Flipping
Yeah.
We've had a lot of Specialized this week. But I like
That's
it.
nice.
That's good. Is it? It's got a bell on. You might need it right now.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Nice.
Next up, we have got.
What the hell is that?
Salsa.
Dan Salsa
Yeah.
Rustler.
Don't see many of them
No.
in Philadelphia.
Now that reminds me a lot of like the Trek XC bike, the new one. You know, it's that kind of same.
It's more trailer,
yeah.
I believe, because it's got that. Is that Shimano cassette with the big old step on up to the lowest gear? I like that.
That is super
How,
nice.
how much do you like?
Oh, I'm giving that. Super.
Yeah.
There we go. Last up, wrapping up the bike vault today. This is a
Someone's
very valuable bike.
Someone spent a lot of money there.
That's got one of those EXT Italian shocks on the back.
Is it?
An axis dropper post
And
gears.
and it's got
Wow.
them titanium cranks.
I mean, is it?
It's a
Yeah, the
Trek slash
Cane Creek
Diego.
titanium cranks.
Flipping heck, that's pretty special. I mean,
G2
come on.
Ultimate
Flapping.
brake.
That's a push rear shock.
Oh, is it? Sorry.
Yeah.
Next
Fucking-
level, super nice. So we're out of the bike vault, lovely one to end on, and we're at the end of our show in our brand new shed. How was that?
Smells amazing in here,
Very
Neil.
comfortable.
It's very cool, isn't it? And it's been great having you here, Rick.
Thank you very much.
Very
It's been
much.
lovely to be here. Enjoyed it.
I hope you're going to be here more through the year.
I hope so, and I'm going to be hopefully updating you from probably the glamorous surroundings of a French petrol station. So
I'm going to be pestering you via Skype a lot this year. I'm looking forward to it. Thanks, man, for joining us. And thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, follow, share, and love us anywhere you can. Hey, click for another video.
Thumbs up if you love the new Dirt Shed.